ever experienced in my life. I got fired from working at Red Robin for doing that. When do we get to bury him in a thing and jerk off on him, though? I'd say I could take on 3 11-year-olds. And he clicks the button, and he's just this woman cussing him the fuck out. This is the weirdest theory I've ever heard in my entire life. Well, in a lot of ways, Big Boy's never left. I agree. He will tell you I'm a bad driver, but there's no evidence for that. I've intuition and I'm deep, and then, dude, people fall for absolute monsters on a regular basis.
Hey guys, welcome to the Two Hippies, One Drunk podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We are currently traveling the country, and your support means the world to us. This is all self-funded, and if you want to help us grow the podcast and continue to do what we do, there are a couple of ways you can do that. Cash donations are always very much appreciated. We couldn't be doing this without your help, and every little bit counts. Another way you can help is by reviewing us and rating us 5 stars on iTunes. This massively increases our visibility and helps people find us. Lastly, another way you can help us is by subscribing to our Two Hippies, One Drunk Facebook page and sharing our short videos that we've been making. We release content every day, and it's a great way of interacting with us and helping us grow. All right, and with that, let's kick off the show for this week with your host, Derek.
Hello. So this week I'm going to be doing something I'm going to start doing is lists of things. And this week it will be a list of 15 things that I've decided that piss me off. And we will be discussing these things. The funny thing is I realized that just as I'm talking right now, I wrote 2 commercials, forgetting that I'm supposed to do this like a big, it's my list and I'm a host, and I forgot about that. So
okay, can I say, just because I know you well enough from spending enough time around you, one thing that I know does piss you off is people choreographing that something is going to be funny instead of just being funny.
I agree. So
let's, without further ado,
right? I'm Eric Fady, the host of Things Eric Fady Finds Stupid. And 15 of them. Here we go. Number first.
Number the first.
And this one I will say, I'm going to be honest, this is rather topic of this is rather what was it? Very topical to our life situation. It was not number 1 originally on my list of things when I wrote them down. But the idea that why isn't everything else in life? You can get refunds at so many things in life. I don't know if you guys are going to think of this anyway at this point, but hotels, for some reason, hotels have become this weird thing that you make a reservation and you have to give them 48 hours notice or something, and before you can, otherwise you might not get a refund, and they might tell you, well, you've already made your reservation, so oh well. When yet there are so many other products in life you can have for months and then go back and be like, yeah, dude, this thing fucked up. Can you, give me a refund?
Yeah. No, it's bullshit. I'm on board with that.
I'm on board with that. That is bullshit. They should be able to give it to you anytime. Honestly, if you've been in the room, saw the room, did not want the room, and left,
but that's not. That refund. But that. Oh, go ahead.
People will eat their meal and then get a refund on their meal.
Yeah, you can walk into a hotel room and go, no.
Yeah.
And go down and just be like, well, you already checked in.
Yeah.
So. And I know you can get refunds, but it is the hardest place one of the hardest things in the world to get a refund. Kohl's has a deal where you can just fucking show up without a receipt,
okay,
and be like, I bought this here, return it.
And one thing we have definitely learned on this trip is that hotels will fucking lie. They will lie to you in their pictures and the way they present themselves.
Yeah.
And not to keep comparing it to a restaurant, but if you were to go to a restaurant and you were like, yeah, I'll take the hamburger, and then they completely fucked up the thing that was on the picture,
right?
You'd be able to ask for a new one.
Yeah.
There is. I'm not going to say there's no other business like this. Dating is like this, but it's not a business.
Wait, how is dating like that?
No refunds.
No refunds.
Yeah. You can't. A girl can't break up with you, and you can't bust out the list of all right.
You gotta start.
I have back for this. Right, and also there's they can certainly people can misrepresent themselves highly on a dating. That was just kind of a whatever. But no, I don't know another business to me that is even when people, but I'm going to talk about timeshares, for example. Timeshares are something But that's like, you did sign a contract. Yes, they kind of put you in a pressure situation. Yes, there's a lot of shenanigans in how they get you there. But like, you signed a contract mostly.
And timeshares are basically a hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so like, in that, I'm trying to think in my head of another business.
You
Like-
really can. The closest thing I can think of is something like, you really cannot say like return a movie or a video game. But I think the idea
Yeah.
behind that is just like, okay, well, if you opened it, then you fucking played it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And even that, by the way, I don't know what the policy is. You're right. You're probably right. There are
a 30-day thing.
there
You're not
are
gonna-
weird things where, yeah.
Yeah, just a 30-day return on those kind of items.
Sometimes there are things where there are items you can buy very specifically where it does say no refunds after this. But that's like, okay, that is they I don't know, it seems different. Hotels there's so much to a hotel. You get there and you looked at photos and you read reviews and they seemed okay, and now you get there and they it turns out there's fucking bugs in your bed, and it's just like, well, how do we know you didn't bring them here? Oh, okay. It should be on your fucking burden of proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just generally that happens to people.
Right,
That's not
from what
anything
I've heard.
Specifically,
Yeah, any kind of specific.
The
things.
reservations thing. Okay, I get on the one hand, I get kind of why cancellation policies exist and shit like that. So at the same time, wouldn't that be sort of like if you were inside of like a GameStop and you picked up a video game and you thought about buying it, and then they were like, well, no, that's if you put it back on the shelf, that's a $5 restocking fee.
I think that I can understand a hotel if they were like, or a place where you make a reservation, if it was like, dude, that was a Friday night in July or something, we would have easily booked this room. Now we'd have to give you money back. I can understand certain situations, but like these are not what I'm talking about. I'm mostly talking about, by the way, showing up to hotels and having them be bogus as fuck. And now it's like, well, you already checked in. Oh, well, okay. I haven't spent a second in the room. Well, I mean, I spent like a second, but I haven't put my stuff down.
Yeah. I spent a second in there. Just look how shitty it was. Give me my refund.
Right. It's ridiculous. So moving on to another thing. This is like the hotel thing is very much like we've all been a part of it. That was like a nice, easy into us. This is a meism for sure. This idea that places can't have a Pepsi and a Coke contract is bullshit. Why do I have to go to these? Because McDonald's and Taco Bell are feuding with each other and they're competing things. I should be able to still get a Pepsi or a Coke.
You know what? This is a very good point, actually, because I will say this too. This does not just apply to these giant chains. You go to any fucking restaurant. You go to a small diner.
Oh, we have Coke.
It is Coke or it is Pepsi.
Right. Can I get a Diet Coke? Well, we have Pepsi here, which is actually the better choice. They should have Pepsi. but the point, why there's everything else we do in our life. There's like, you don't go to the gas station and like, well, this gas station's only a Butterfinger store. We don't have other candy bars.
Right. Yeah, we're only Mars. We don't carry fucking Hershey or whatever.
Honestly, I didn't even notice because I get Mountain Dew a decent amount, and that's like always there. But it's probably a big Coke thing.
No,
right?
Mountain Dew's Pepsi.
That's Pepsi?
Yes, Mountain Dew's a Pepsi
So they do
thing.
have some Pepsis.
No, they got like Mellow Yellow.
Yellow,
or something.
right. You can
One
get
of those.
Mellow Yellow or Dr. Pibb
Yeah.
at some places if you want Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm a Pepsi guy, but I think it's ridiculous and it pisses me off, especially theaters. Movie theaters started doing this. I like the combination of Pepsi and my popcorn. I hate the idea that I show up to some movie theater, I'm all ready, I'm excited to see my movie. We have Coke, and then I have to get Diet Coke, which sucks, and it isn't as good as Pepsi.
Your first problem is paying for pop at a movie theater. If you want pop,
you need to save
No,
that shit.
if you
up.
want pop at a movie theater, it is the easiest thing in the world to sneak in.
No, I want the fountain pop. The fountain pop is better.
It is
then the-
better.
Dude,
I'll give you that.
Trust
Isn't
me,
there-
I've snuck fountain pops into movie theaters before.
okay, well,
Go to a
I
Taco
understand
Bell.
That's pretty extreme.
You know what? For somebody who is as cheap as you are in so many ways,
Bring
you
in-
could for 5 minutes save yourself like $4.
okay, you're right, and I would do that. But that's not the point of the beat. The point is that I shouldn't have to. because it should be they should just sell both of them.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
have that.
And I'm serious. Fountain pop in that situation it is better than coming out of the plastic thing or a can.
That
Draft
is true.
pop.
It's it's draft pop. That's
Exactly.
what very much so.
Exactly. So
We agree.
Yeah, there we go.
On one of Eric's Ericisms.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll give him that one.
They should be everywhere. I agree.
it's bullshit.
And they're the same fucking just merge them.
Yeah.
Right.
You have your one gasoline sugar water company, and you fucking you
Yes.
buy your death drink.
You know what? In this instance, I'm okay with the monopoly.
Coke.
Just fucking
Yeah.
team up together, guys.
Yeah.
It will be better for all of us, and you'll make more money. You'll make more money
Yeah.
somehow because
Yeah.
then you won't have to be competing and signing these weird contracts with each other. In fact, I almost hate that we're doing this because I think about it. I'm encouraging this. Pepsi and Coke, just get married and fucking make it easier on the rest
And
of us.
honestly,
Us
and
peons.
use your power to lobby politicians to start putting cocaine back in the Coke.
Yes.
In fact, just start putting pharmaceuticals in all of your different, like put Xanax
I mean,
in your
once
Mountain
that
Dew.
happens, that's happening. Like once Coke and Pepsi merge, like isn't
I'm
that
okay
just
with that.
such an extreme monopoly where they run the world?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hear me out. Pepsi, Pfizer.
Right. I mean, and for me, it's fine. I'm a peon. I don't fucking care what the consequences of Pepsi and Coke merging are. All I know is in the mundane day-to-day of my life, I don't have to going, ooh, Pepsi or Coke here. What do they have here? I'm fucking just give me both options.
And
Anyway,
okay.
go
And
ahead.
last thing, but like, I really don't believe a monopoly would fucking matter because nobody needs Coke or Pepsi. You could go your entire rest of your life without a pop, and it wouldn't fucking matter. This is not the cable
I don't know about
companies
that.
merging. This is not like
It
would be better for you. Your life would improve. And-
That I disagree. I like to enjoy my life, and I'm sorry that tar water is delicious.
I don't drink it a lot, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
My next item third is no. And the funny thing is, like, ties. Ties are fucking stupid. Wearing ties are stupid. And I don't understand why wearing this little piece of cloth around my neck is supposed to symbolize, ooh, I'm in business mode now. I'm better than you. I'm dressed up.
Right.
Yeah, wearing the
Gives
chain
a
of the man.
But it's not even that. It's not even that. You look stupid. Like, why? When did someone go
I
around?
disagree
It's
with
a
that.
leash
I
for
would say
humans. It
it
is
is a leash for humans. But I would say that I don't know why, because you're right. Why do they? Why? What are ties?
Some guy,
What the
some
fuck
dude,
is ties,
some
though?
dude at one point was like, "What if I tie this piece of silk around my neck,
Yeah,
and that will show I'm better than
I
these
feel
people?"
like it had to do with like somebody had a scarf and then that mutated into tinier scarves.
Right. And get this. You know what? You put a decorated piece of cloth around your neck, you're a fucking CEO. You're a businessman. You put it around the top of your head, it's a do-rag now. You're a gangster.
That's true.
That's true.
And it's like I think it's so.
I've never thought about this in my whole life.
If
It's
we-
like
go
they
ahead.
look nice, they look nice, but
Yeah.
damn, that blows my mind. What the fuck is a tie?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, like Tyler and I grew up Jehovah's Witnesses, so we had to wear
them
ties
all the time.
I like wearing a tie.
I do like wearing.
I wouldn't
a tie,
want
though.
to for work. I wouldn't want to have to do it every day. But dressing up,
I
wearing a
know.
tie is
I
nice.
don't like that top button being buttoned
Yeah,
all the
that
way
can
up.
be
You
rough.
need that top one undone and a little loose.
I don't even totally
That's
disagree.
the divorced guy look.
yeah.
At that point, you have the
No, that's
the
two
loose
down.
tie
That's
and the
two-
unbuttoned
no,
neck.
That's two down and it's down.
The loose tie is like, oh, I'm starting to tie one on a little at a business meeting.
Yeah,
Like, give 'em a little,
yes,
oh,
yeah.
let's guys, let's cut the business talk and have a few cocktails.
Yeah.
All right? No, I don't hate wearing it, but I think the idea of it being a symbol for like a businessman is so retarded. Like, it's just like you go out to lunch and like we all got these little things hanging from our necks
Yeah.
just to show that like we're doing business now. And I it's just a fucking thing. I hate it. I think it's so dumb.
It's you're doing business or you're very religious. Those are the only two things.
Yeah.
Or you're like a fundamentalist Christian.
Well,
like,
think about this. So you're going to a funeral, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, got my stuff.
funeral.
Why do I
Yeah.
got my, okay, nice shirt, nice pants, fine. Well, let me just tie this thing around my neck to show respect for the dead. Why?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
Especially it's borderline disrespectful if they hung themselves.
well, yeah. So you
Well,
do a funeral
don't
for
be
that.
wearing ties that are hanging.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say something, and then I was
No,
looking
no,
down for a second.
Just that.
No, I just think it's stupid. I think it's so obnoxious, and I think that it's just that
never
to
thought
me,
about it.
it's just obnoxious. It's dumb, and we don't need it.
I can't believe we're 3 for 3 with me agreeing with you.
I know, this is
I've never
troubling.
registered. I've never registered that those were a problem or a thing, but now I have. And
Do you agree with him on that one?
I feel like, yeah, what the fuck are ties?
Fair enough.
They're stupid. They're not needed, and they're stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, item number 4 on the list. People with big trucks that take up multiple parking spaces. These motherfuckers, I know you guys aren't gonna agree with this anyway, having said that, but these motherfuckers, like, they sit there and they're like, well, it's hard to get in a spot. You bought the fucking truck, not me. So you know what? You park 10 fucking spaces back. You park at the end of the parking space if it takes you multiple spaces. You don't get the fucking first 3 rows if you can't get that truck in the space, man.
Yes.
That was your fucking choice. I didn't buy that truck. You bought it. It's not on all. Sorry, I'm just.
I just say
Go ahead.
typically they always do park up front too.
I know they do.
It's not in the
I know
back.
they do. These fucking assholes and these F550s or whatever. And it's like, fine. If you want that, fine. Park in the back, dude. You don't get a first unless you can get into that spot. Unless you can get into that spot.
Okay, this one isn't fair because who in the world would disagree with this? Unless they're an asshole truck owner.
Right.
Yeah.
But the problem is too, you are right. You were kind of saying it a second ago, I think, Tyler, but the same personality type that will buy a giant annoying truck is also the exact same personality type that wants to be right up front.
Yeah, a
They
giant
fucking-
annoying person.
Yes, they sit there and they back their fucking truck in
Yeah.
because they can't park it regular. And the fucking thing about it to me is that these are the people to me, they're like manly dudes, right? I drive a big truck and I fucking blah, blah, blah. Well, learn to fuck your. Sorry.
He's having a stroke. He's having an anger stroke.
I should probably calm down a little bit. My blood pressure might be going through it right
You're
now.
sweating so much.
But learn to park your truck then. It is not your just because you have it. It still has to be in the lines. We live in a society, as George likes to say. As George likes to say on Seinfeld. We live in a society, people.
And my thing is, and I've said this for a while about, I don't believe not every single truck driver is an asshole, but if you are driving a truck, the burden of proof is on you to prove that you are not an asshole.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
You have
agree
to
with
go
that.
against the curve.
And the thing is, if you're so that's what I was trying to get off when I had my stroke there.
When I had
If
my
you're so
stroke.
manly, then learn how to park. If you're so manly, then learn how to park. I'm sorry. I'm very. Oh, but I better go for with a less. Ooh. Anyway,
Take that, truck driver.
Yeah, you say a little less intense, but like this is just a list of things that make you mad.
Yeah, the list is just gonna be more things.
Yeah, there's just more things.
There
You're
has
gonna
to
have
be
to
things.
meditate after this episode.
I really will. There has to be some ones anyway. Well, okay, here I'll go with this one. I'll go with this one. This one's not as highly intense. I feel like anyone asking me like, how old do you think I am?
Oh, I hate
What?
that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Stop it. You're either trying to sit here and troll me into going, "Oh, you look like you're 50, but I guess I'll say 25 because I don't want to be like a jerk
Yeah.
or something. And it's like, why are anybody asking anybody how old do you think I am?
To hope that you say underneath.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
Like that's really
And
what
then,
it
and then
is.
you have to go lower than you think.
Yeah.
Which I did the other day. Me and Tyler were, and he was a kind of cool dude. But like I did that the other day, and I went lower. Like I was like
lower than you thought, but you were right.
I was like
Too high.
40, mid 40s,
Yeah.
and because I thought he was in his 50s, and I'm like, oh, mid 40s. He's like 37. I'm like,
No,
oh,
35.
35.
35.
Yeah,
Which
it was
is,
35.
I don't believe for a second. I feel like that was like the first time I've ever seen a man lie about their age.
Yeah.
Well, and like, why? Why am I sitting here having to boost your ego in some weird conversation where it's like, you wouldn't guess how old I am? I'm like, I don't want to. Why don't
Yeah.
you just fucking tell me your age,
Yeah,
and that's how old you are? Like,
Right. Yeah. If
and
I
I'm
want to guess your fucking age, I'll work at a carnival.
right. No, it just think about it. It is solely like of asking someone how old do you think I am is solely just this thing of getting a stranger to give you a forced compliment.
Yeah,
And-
it
and
is a
it's-
forced compliment.
And it's
too.
because what are you gonna say? Like look what happened with me and Tyler the other day, right? I sat there. This guy says, "Goes, how old do you think I am?" And I'm like, I don't know,
45,
mid 40s,
mid 40s.
35 actually. And I thought I was being nice.
Yeah, but he went too high.
And the
He
problem
did
is,
look grizzled though. That's his
Yeah.
own fault. He didn't look young. What did he think you were gonna say?
no, but this is the problem. This is the problem with people who always ask this. Is it's never people who really seriously look young who ask it. It's people who kind of look old, but maybe at one point they looked young and they're still insecure. They're still
Yeah.
working out the fact that they've aged.
Yeah.
It's always that sort of a person. Like I hate that when you see some wrinkly person with like a small frame.
Just need to start
And they're
calling
like-
these people out and telling them like way too young age.
And this is the thing,
Like,
but
you look 9.
yeah,
yeah.
right. Actually, I like that, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start, dude. No, I really like that.
Absurdly
I'm
not
going.
young.
I'm not
That's a
gonna
good
be
idea.
9, but I'm gonna be like, oh, how old do you think I am? I'm like, I don't know, 13. And then just stare.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
You don't need 25. You
Yeah.
go
no,
way
not
too
even
young.
20. No, make it under 18 for sure.
Yeah.
And I would say 50,
I mean,
under 15.
Under
even.
15.
Because even 18 is like, oh, that's me doing a girl being impressed.
Because your other option is to skew way too old, and that's meaner.
Yeah. Yeah. 106.
Yeah, no, 90.
Yeah, you look fucking
Yeah.
old.
I don't know, when was the Civil War around that time? Like,
How old do you think I am? I don't know, 90?
Yeah. Fucking old.
I don't know. Old, too old, to be honest with you, too old.
Old as dirt.
not, yeah, old as dirt. No, I'm seriously, that's my thing for now on. That is going to be my thing for now. I like it. This is, we're solving problems.
13.
I'm just going to start saying, I don't know, 12, and then just sit there.
Because it's always people, like you said, on the verge of being too old.
yeah.
And it's like, what? Think about, I'm sorry, I know I repeated myself here, but like,
too old.
the situation you're in that a stranger is asking you to tell, oh, you wouldn't guess how old? Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. Whatever. Move on. Ridiculous.
I'm going to just start inventing like full stories, like so we can do it like, I don't know, like 21, but you also had a pretty severe meth addiction for 3 or 4 months. Like,
Right?
Like, yeah, you went through some shit at
Yeah.
some point, but
yeah,
You
you look
look-
like a 19-year-old with PTSD.
yeah. A 19-year-old with PTSD, that's fucked up. Yeah, you know the bags
I'm-
under your
I
eyes.
mean,
They
honestly-
really tell a story.
Yes.
Yeah, but, judging by those. Here's what I was going to say. I remember this is what I was going to say. Like, this is an example to me of so many people in life that, like, there are just the people that claim they want the truth all the time or claim they're just like, I'm just an open book. 90% of those people are lying. They don't want it. They don't want, like, again, in that question, like, oh, how old do you think I am? I mean, if I really sat there and looked at them like, I don't know, 47?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would hate. That's what they're
Yeah.
asking. What they're asking is, tell me I look 10 years older than I look.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't remember what I was saying, but it doesn't matter.
And I don't know if it's on your list, but more broadly, fishing for compliments.
Yes,
It's one of the
fishing for
worst
compliments is terribly annoying, and people do it.
Yeah.
People do it.
Now you're putting your insecurities on
On
me.
me,
Now
yeah.
I'm carrying that.
I used to work with this couple at Meyer back in the day, and they would she would constantly, they were a married couple that worked at the stocking Meyer, and she would constantly tell me, can you believe how hard I work? Can you believe how fast I get things done? I'm like, I don't, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, I can, because this is all you talk about. Like, she'd show up to work and she'd be like, oh my God, I have 8 things I need to do today. And I'm like, I don't know. Here's the deal. You're scheduled from 5 to 10 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do what you can do from there to there?
Yep.
And then you go home, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about that?
Meyer will keep on going without you.
Right. And I always think,
Jesus, that's a dark way to say that to an old lady. Meyer's just gonna keep working when
yeah,
you're
long
dead.
after you're dead, lady, then Meyer is still going to be here.
Yeah, if you drop dead tomorrow, nothing fundamentally changes.
I'll still be
here.
stocking the green, stocking the purple Gatorades tomorrow if you die tonight in a car crash. Like, no. My thing is, like, I don't even promote, honestly, bad working. You know, if you're getting paid, you do your 5 hours, I guess, whatever. Do what you're kind of supposed to do. But this idea of, like, I can't believe how much stuff I have to do today, and I don't know if I'll have time. Yes, you will, because you'll just do the 5 hours and then you'll go home.
Yep.
I like that, Tyler, though. I am going to start doing that age thing.
You should.
I'm going to start doing that age thing. Oh, it's time even though for the commercial. Time for a break. Time for a break from the banter, the witty banter.
Already?
It's only 25
minutes in, and this is a TV show.
We've got a full TV American sitcom without commercials, and now here we go. Do you think life is very serious and hate laughing? Well, Wyoming is a state for you. Our entire state only has one comedy club, but don't worry, it doesn't even have a website. So basically, nobody knows when, if ever, there are shows, thus making it very hard for people who do like to laugh having any idea of when or where to gather. We here in Wyoming feel the miles and miles and miles of empty space is good enough, and there's no need for such low bar activities like stand-up comedy. Wyoming.
What a coincidence.
Just Wyoming, the state put this out.
Right. That's crazy. The state of Wyoming put out a nice little service.
That is pretty
PSA.
wild of them.
And the odds of us being here right now.
I know.
That commercial come up.
And having a proud time finding stand-up comedy. I don't know where that came. It's good. It's good time.
They're really on top of it. What's going on here?
Can I say real quick about the quality of life here in Wyoming? We are currently at a motel where we're like halfway in a basement, and there is a sign outside telling cars not to park backwards because they might asphyxiate people in these rooms through the air conditioning.
That's ridiculous. Luckily, there's not enough vehicles here that's going to be an issue. I don't think, unfortunately. But yes, that is hotel. That's really
giving us
hotel
all
life.
sweet release.
Yeah, from Wyoming.
From Wyoming.
Here we go.
Back to the show.
Reason number 6, or whatever I said. People think that. Oh, let me see here. People think that you can be. Oh, here we go. I actually do think this is ridiculous, dude. This is not as humorous. This is more just this is a little more of the hippie side of me. But like people that think you could be quote unquote too old for stuff, like, oh, I'm too old to go to a club or something like that. Honestly, I have a belief that you're not technically too old for. Well, you can be too old for
I was gonna say there's definitely some people who are too old to go to a club.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I think if you're having
you think full on cane or like one of those like
well,
things.
actually, here's the theory on how I think about that when you come to like raves or clubs, for example.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. From like 13 or what, whenever you feel like you can start going, 15 maybe, to like 25. It's like, yeah, man, I'm in the zone. When you get to like your 30s to 40s, it's like, oh, what's this dad doing at the nightclub? 50, whatever. And then if you get to like 60s, 70s, it's like, that fucking old man, hell yeah, dude. Look at that guy, living life. But when you're in like this weird 40s, it's like, what is this dude doing at a rave? But like if you're 60, you're like, hell fucking yeah, old man, dude, living life, loving life.
There definitely is a period, especially if you're a single man that is in his 40s, where it's like you don't want them there. You need to wait your 20 years.
Yeah.
You got your time, and now you have to stop for a little bit and come back.
This is really awkward coming from a person who's about to go to a big EDM festival.
I'm saying 40.
Okay.
40.
You got a year
to
and a
about
half.
55. Stay out of the club
Okay,
scene.
and here's my thing too. I would be willing to bet you would probably maybe agree with me that you don't like guys like. I hate like when you see those guys that are like 45 and they're dressed like they're 20.
No, see, that's
Those guys-
the thing. I think there's a way to do it appropriately. I think, look at for me, for example, I am most likely not going to be married. What I've always said about me going to like Vegas, for using Vegas as an easy example, like 4 a.m. nightclubs.
Yeah.
I'll stop going when I'm not having fun anymore. Now, I understand if you're sitting in the corner creepily, like staring or something.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like, on the floor and like I'm seeing a DJ I like and shit, and I'm not like making people like legit not making people feel weird, like staring, or I'll stop going to 4 a.m. nightclubs when I'm legit like, dude, I can't anymore. My knees hurt or my ears, or I don't stay up this late. But to me, I get what you guys are saying. I'm like, and what I think about it is like, if it's a genuine thing you're enjoying and you like to do, now if generally what you like to do is fuck 13-year-olds, then yes, there is an age limit for that, and I'm okay with drawing a line there. But if it's just like a nightclub and as long as you're not the dude trying to dress like you're in your 20s or like I said, creepily staring to me.
Well, and I would use the exact same thing, the exact same rationality I used about trucks. You are not necessarily a creep if you're at a club in your 40s, but it is on you to prove.
Well,
that
like
you are
I used to, dude, this will hit home with you guys. I remember now it's kind of in the last few years again, it keeps getting more and more open and like you can buy stuff. But it wasn't that long ago where you would have heard a guy my age go, "Oh, I'm too, you're 38, you're getting high." You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, that's something that I remember hearing people say. And even though I've never been a smoker, I always thought that's bullshit. You like drinking beers, what's the difference?
But your club logic applies, I would say, completely to people getting high too. Young people getting high, cool, fine, awesome. People in their 40s and 50s getting high, kind of lame. Kind of, I don't want to smoke with you.
Why would you wait a minute though?
Old people getting high, cool again.
But so that means that nobody in their 30s. That means no one in their 40s should go to a bar.
Yeah,
like essentially you're saying, like or drink a beer ever.
No, they should stay in their homes and just wait until their time.
Yeah.
With old people.
It is a sad reality in our culture that I do not completely agree with, but it is there.
Let's throw away the 40.
But 40 and 50, everything you do is lame. Almost everything you do is lame.
I agree with that, but in a sense. But I'm saying my thing is honestly, legitimately letting short of things that are again to me legit hurting other people.
Yeah.
Letting society tell you that you're too old to listen to EDM music or you shouldn't go on a vacation or whatever that is. Like as long as you're legit not being a creep.
Yeah.
I
agree.
think
I agree. You can go to those things if you are genuine with any of these things. You can get away with it.
Right.
But Scott is right. You do have to prove that.
Yeah, you're not a creep.
You cannot just stand in the corner and not be like super into the music if you're at a concert or be smoking weed and be weird about it.
Right.
Or whatever. Like if you're not those things, then yeah, you can pull it off.
You got to be chill. You got to be there's a level to how much you can hit on girls.
Yeah.
Like you're going to
Well, I've always said this. With that, I would always say like this. For example, I'm going to literally be going to a electric music festival by myself in a few weeks, a very big music festival. What I would always say about hitting on girls, but by the way, that music has kind of weirdly got to the point where there are people in different age groups going, but even said that, even let's say it wasn't, let's say I looked around and it's all 20-year-olds. I am at the point where I would not hit on a 25-year-old at a music festival for like, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But if I was dancing and she came to me and was like, "Oh, I like your shirt," and whatever, and we started talking, I would continue it. I wouldn't just be like, "Nope, can't talk to this girl."
No, acceptable. That is a good line.
And I would say too,
But
if they're age appropriate, then you're allowed to hit on whoever you want.
Yes, absolutely that too. But that is like, I'm sorry, if I see a guy at a festival and he's 45, I'm like, there's rare people who are genuinely like you, Eric.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, no, this is a guy who's here for the music because he loves it. Most of them, I'm like, oh, you're a creep and you're trying to like pick up women.
Yes, they're being a predator and they're like, "Oh, I'm old enough. I kind of have life experience. I can look for the
weak sheep.
The weak sheep. There we go. The lame calf or whatever.
The lame calf.
Yeah. Okay, so what I have next is, and this is going to be, I have two people here that are going to fight me on this one.
Ooh, okay.
That people that think dogs are better than cats are stupid.
Oh, no, I'm going to be outnumbered on this.
I will agree with that.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
You think that people think that dogs are better than cats? You actually agree with that?
Yes, I think it's stupid. I think that I like both animals. Don't get me wrong.
I do too.
I love cats. I love dogs. But the hoity-toityness of people thinking that dogs are better.
It's not a question. It's not even a question. I'm sorry. This is science. This is
not
math.
science.
You can lay this out. You can be like, okay, what is it? Okay,
I think you just like you dogs are so easy. They give you the ego feed so easily. Cats make it work for it for years and years and years.
First of all, bullshit. I have met some fucking cats that immediately come up to you.
Well, there's always going to be
you got a slut in the bunch.
Yeah. I'd say like half of cats. Cats have this reputation for being super standoffish and hard to please. No, half the fucking time you come to somebody's house, that cat's never met you before. It's bugging you and crawling on your lap and doing the little kneading thing and all of that within like 5 minutes.
Wow.
You don't know. Well,
those are most cats, I don't feel
What
like.
kind of cat pheromones are you wearing when you go over to these places?
I
That's what I
feel like
need to
that's
know.
a pretty typical the last cat we had. We did that to anybody who came.
Well, and by the way, you should understand that my what pisses me off is what I'm saying pisses me off is not that cats are better than dogs.
Yeah.
It's that people that walk around and
Asserting that.
it seems more often than not you have people saying dogs are better than cats more than cat people being.
Yeah.
The problem is cat people have a reputation for being weirdos sometimes, but
yeah.
that's neither
Well, it
here nor
depends
there.
on how many cats you have. That's really the thing.
That is true.
You have
That is
4
true.
cats. That's a little too many.
You
cats.
can have 4 dogs and you're just a loving person. You're
Well,
just-
or
Yeah.
you might be a homeless person sitting at
just,
like
a homeless
a,
person can't feed 4 dogs.
They
Where-
have a whole slew. They're hanging out with all the
Look at
dogs in the city. They got a whole crew.
Yeah, no, okay, and I would say too, like part of my thing is people do this shit too, where like, okay, even if I want to accept this premise, I don't completely buy that a cat is you know, you have to work for their affection,
do.
and that means something. One, I don't buy it. Half the time you fucking don't. Cats
I will say
like,
this with cats.
super
I don't think you earn anything. Eventually, maybe they just kind of like.
yeah.
I'm here now.
And second of
and
all,
you're around.
no, you know what? Like, I'm sorry, if you are feeding this thing, if you are housing this thing, if you are giving it space to live, like, I'm sorry that it owes you affection. What are you fucking working for in this thing?
Yeah, because
I like to work for things,
What are you
earn
saying?
things. I like the
What
long
is it?
game.
Simping for a cat?
yes,
For a house
bit,
cat?
a bit, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Again, it's really more of a lifestyle. I like to really, like I said, like I set goals and I like look at the long game. You just like it handed to you.
Yeah,
Typical millennial.
yeah.
Give me my
Typical millennial.
give me my trophy.
Yeah.
And I want the effort, the work.
I agree with that.
The
I
effort
think-
and the work is feeding it and housing it.
no,
Well, no,
that's,
you got-
that's
you gotta
just- that's
over-
a part of a pet. You
Over
know?
years and years, and maybe even never. You have to pet him and
Maybe
let him
even never.
let them know you're there. And yes, they're not going to sit with you. And yes, they might sit in the room and leave when you walk in.
This also
but
is very
eventually-
specific.
eventually-
And act like an asshole when you're trying to film Facebook Live videos when you're
Exactly.
back home.
But it's like the reward of that one time a month when they finally sit on your lap. You feel like you've earned it, and that's
true.
something.
I would say too, like
Something.
when dogs. I'm sorry, you want to talk about earning affection, earning loyalty. I'm sorry, if you have a good, well-trained dog, that dog can be running around a couple 100 feet from you, and you snap your fingers, and that thing comes up
immediate,
right next to you.
Immediate.
No, you have to train it. Not all dogs will do.
You do have to train them.
That's
I will.
true.
I will.
And
admit
that feeling, that is
Oh,
a
that
thing you
power
work for.
feeling
That-
you have over this thing, that ownership feeling you have over this animal, knowing that you trained him to do your
Scott,
bidding.
we've learned recently Scott has quite an affinity for being a master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You just like that. You're like, yep, that's right. I trained this animal and he does my things when I want them to be done. And the cat, I can't do that. My powers
tell
of
it
a
to do-
human don't work on him.
that is the thing. And a cat will give it you affection on its time, and you want that. That's special time.
Yeah.
Yes.
A dog is on your time, and it's like all the time.
He should be on your time. The relationship
Because
is,
you own it, right?
Yeah.
As an animal.
No, the relationship.
Yeah,
The relationship is
Because you get to be a master.
No, the relationship is I feed you, I house you, I do everything
Kind of
for
like a
you,
slave.
and the return is you
Kind of
are
like a slave.
and the return is you are ridiculously adorable and you're loyal. That's
And they
the
give you
trade-off.
companionship much like a whore.
Yeah, all the time, as long as you give it the things that you just mentioned.
Okay, but if a dog is a dog is a whore, then like a cat is like a spouse who half hates you.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
gotta
nice.
work for that love.
Right.
That's
And that's
nice.
how
you gotta get them
That way-
the other half to balance it out. Balance is important.
Right. Relationships are about give and take. I know that from my past relationships. People that pretend or just lie that hot dogs or other shitty food for you are bad. Like I understand that it's good to eat healthy. I understand it's nice to drink water, eat a celery stick here and there or whatnot. But to walk around and lie that a beef chalupa supreme or or whatever, a crispy McChicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A is not good, shut the fuck up. And by the way, if you really believe that, you live a terribly boring life. I know that they're pumping shit in there. I know they're going to make me fat. I know I'm going to die and get autism or some shit from it, but it tastes good. And you can admit that you don't want it, but fucking don't tell me a hot dog doesn't taste good.
No, and you know from spending time with me how much of a spaz I am about food. And
You'll still
100%,
admit
it
it's
all
good.
fucking tastes good. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
They're
Why would-
pumping goodness into it.
Yeah, that's the deal. Is they're feeding you pink sludge, and they pump it full of enough salt and enough butter that pink sludge tastes good.
Yeah, so don't lie and tell me it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me that you realize
Gross.
you're smart enough and that you're not going to eat it, or you choose to eat it
Yeah.
very, very, very rarely, if ever. And I actually even admit that probably if someone got like a personal chef and just had someone started legit making you healthy food round the clock,
Yeah.
then at some point you might be like I stopped eating mayonnaise on sandwiches. Like at Subway, I don't even go to Subway anymore,
Yeah.
really. But like I stopped doing mayonnaise at one point, and there would be a time if you had told me that I'd be like, no, mayonnaise is fucking awesome. And once I gave it up, I actually was like, yeah, I don't miss it at all. So I still even get that.
Yeah.
But there's enough on the shitty food spectrum, like pizza. Pizza's not good for you mostly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these people fall into that line of like, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
Bad food for you isn't good.
Yeah, that's dumb as fuck. Like,
Right.
it's literally made to be good. It's not good for
Like
you.
that's the thing. It's made to be good.
Yeah.
They have the top nutrient the top food scientists in the country and the world, not for good intentions, not paid to help us, but their whole job is to make this food addictive and good. You're gonna tell me you can't eat a bag of Cheetos? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
No, and you even talk about the mayonnaise thing or whatever. It's like, yeah, okay, why would people eat this rancid fat slurry if it didn't taste
It's
good?
delicious. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right.
Commercial time.
Reach time for our second commercial break. Even though this isn't really a game show. in any
The
capacity.
game show introduces the commercial.
Yes. Oh man, have you ever had someone? Let me see. Yeah, have you ever had someone wrong you and looking for the perfect way to extract revenge, but want to make
Many
sure,
times.
to be
Many times.
discreet in your vengeance? Egging their house seems a little juvenile, but murder seems a tad extreme. So why not consider a bed bug infestation? They are small and basically undetectable, plus almost impossible to get rid of completely. So it's a ton of retribution for your buck. So don't waste your time and money on other expensive payback schemes like hired hitmen or hours in a gym bulking up to fight them personally, when bed bugs could have them annoyed for months and months. Plus, when they tell other people they have bed bug problem, girls or guys will no longer sleep with them because bed bugs are the adult version of head lice, which would also work.
Okay.
Anyway, oh sorry.
Interesting. It's funny. Like, I feel like so many of these commercials always seem to coincide with recent experiences that we've had.
They say you draw from life.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah,
commercials.
yeah,
in your commercials.
These algorithms are getting insane.
Yeah, they're very specific.
But no, okay. My one problem with this idea is, okay, well, I'm assuming presumably these people sell bed bugs, right?
I guess.
Because
To
because
just
my
fuck up
problem
your
is
life.
my problem is where are you gonna get the bed bugs from?
I mean, where do you get crack from?
You're gonna have
You know,
it'd be like, I got a guy. It's like some Motel 6 owner that lets you
just
come
collect
into his
them. He
room.
collects
It's like-
He just on the sides, just collect bed bugs and puts them in little. How many you got here? Can I get 10? How many for 10? You know what I mean? It seems like a legit business though, and that's the beauty. Entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And revenge is an underrated
for sure.
form of entrepreneurship.
As you just learned in watching that, it was in first watch, and for you guys, you first watched the movie Dirty Work the other day,
Yeah.
which had a revenge for hire business in the movie.
Yeah.
So here, back to the list. Where was I?
This
Where
host
was I?
knows a lot about us. It's
I do
very
my research. I'm a
unnerving.
very researched host. People that correct grammar online.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I agree.
Who
Yeah.
are, you know, if it's something very blatant, if I'm, you know, and I understand some professionalism. If you're writing a cover letter, you know, for or something for a job, and you have a friend, hey, check this over.
Yeah.
Obviously. But I'm on Facebook just making a damn joke, and I spelled
Can't even
One of those, that word wrong.
that word wrong.
I don't need you coming in here and telling me, ooh, I know English. I'm sorry. I don't fucking know where commas go, to be honest with you. I definitely don't. Well, I kind of think I know where commas go. I don't know where apostrophes go apostrophes, semicolons, colons, any of that shit. I don't know it. So get the fuck out of here. I don't care.
Great.
I do know where semicolons go, but I hate you look so pretentious using a semicolon.
And is it isn't there a semicolon and then the Oxford comma? Is that what that one? I forget what that one is. But no, the thing about it is, if for some reason my terrible grammar is not allowing you to get the point I'm making, okay,
yeah,
you want to say, hey, did you mean this?
Yeah.
But if I'm making a fucking dick joke and I did use the wrong two, get out of here and just give me the laugh emoji. You know what I meant. Is it funny or not? I don't need your fucking coming down on high from whatever you are.
I love this is the most directly I've ever seen you attack your followers.
Straight up.
I waited a lot of years to get this off my chest in such a way. And they know who they are. Although one of them I don't even think listens due to several years of your antiquate. Anyway,
let's call him Dan V. No, that's too obvious.
Yes. I'll just say Dan V. No, that's too obvious. I'll just say devout or vote, if you will, which I will, and I did. But no, honestly, I get it. Some of you guys know great. We're on fucking Facebook and Twitter, motherfucker. I'm not writing a thesis for my college degree. Like, by the way, I feel like a lot of this episode has just been me yelling and you guys randomly trying to find spots to.
I mean, it's things that piss him off.
I'm disappointed at how many things. I pretty much agreed with you on almost everything.
Yeah, that actually is disappointing.
Outside of your insane opinion on cats, other than that, everything else pretty much.
Well, I will say this. I very specifically I'm cutting into the fourth wall right now, guys. Breaking open the
got
curtain.
A real Deadpool over here.
Right. But I purposely realized I couldn't, because of the circumstances of us all being together. I didn't pick things that I thought you would necessarily agree with me on, but I certainly wasn't gonna pick things that were gonna cause turmoil in the car the next day. One thing I really hate is when, and it's like, oh geez, this is. Wow, this
oddly specific.
When people go to breakfast 10 minutes before it closes.
Right. It's stupid and it sucks. I hate it. And people are scum of the earth.
Yeah. And then they bitch about the people down there.
Right. No, this was going through my head in the list. I did have to when I was coming up with things, I had to be I really, like I said, had to consider the consequences of the list after we did the episode. If we were just doing this, we started off via Restream and Zoom and shit. Yeah. I'd probably this and this and this. But it's no, I can't just say things and then be like, so you guys ready for dinner? What are we getting for dinner now?
Yeah. We cool? We all good? Cool.
Yeah, just for the show, guys. For the show.
This fucking asshole.
For the show.
Put us on blast!
Right.
But yeah, the last thing I will say too about the grammar thing is just, it comes down to, if you can understand what somebody is saying, then it's good.
Then it's fine.
And, a lot of the time, too, different cultures have different ways of speaking. So you're probably a racist.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Racist.
Somehow, even though I have a lot of Caucasian in me, you can be racist. And you're right. That I think you're misappropriating my heritage when you grammar correct me. You fucking bigot. I'll bet you'll sleep good at night tonight. Whoever you are. Anyway,
bigots.
This
just racist bigots.
This is maybe one of my most. This is one that you guys have learned on this trip, and that is this bullshit of not every Taco Bell is serving breakfast. They have it on the commercials. I know they have the breakfast. How does a national chain not just all agree we have the breakfast or we don't have the breakfast? I don't want this bullshit of
having another seizure, are we?
Right. I am going to need a little meditation after this episode.
And I'm sorry, what business does a Taco Bell have being open at 9:00 in the morning if it's not serving breakfast?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Don't you dare get a chalupa at 9 a.m. Gross.
No, you're right.
A coffee in your fucking, 5-layer beef burrito.
No, you're right. We rolled into one. That was actually in Atlanta. after that staying at that dude's house, and it's like, I'm like, oh, there's cars in the driveway. It's 9 a.m. or whatever. Like that must mean they have breakfast. And it's like, nope. It's like, dude, you're a national chain. I get it if Bob's Tacos on the street, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we stopped breakfast or whatever because whatever.
Yeah.
But you're Taco Bell. You have the commercials. And by the way, your breakfast is way fucking better than McDonald's and Wendy's. So fucking Taco Bell CEO, get on it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't understand why Taco Bell chose to start doing breakfast. And then, like, you have to search it out.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, they don't tell you anywhere. You
Well,
know,
well, I would
sometimes
say a
they'll
lot
have
of
the
these
lunch
pla-
menu
You got
up
the- you got
and
the
they
stuff
can do
here.
breakfast.
They have the sign
Yeah,
too
exactly.
a lot of the time. Like they're advertising for
I will
it
say this,
when
they-
you go there.
They won't have that breakfast sign. I do look for the breakfast sign first.
Because
And
it
then
has
even
that.
if they don't have the breakfast sign, I still go in and hope. But like some of them don't have, if they don't, I've never had one that had breakfast that didn't have, well,
That
that's not
didn't
true.
have
The
the sign.
Milford fucking Taco Bell. I went there one time finally and they're like, oh, we haven't had breakfast since the pandemic started. I'm like, what does fucking not getting an AM crunch wrap have to do with
Yeah,
COVID?
what does cheese and eggs have to do with COVID at all?
I'm seriously, I'm gonna, if they get to do it, just any mistake I make from now on, I'm somehow blaming on COVID.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I cheated on my wife, COVID.
COVID. If COVID hadn't happened, like, I would have never gotten that crack addiction.
Exactly.
I would have
exactly.
never gotten that crack addiction. COVID.
Man, we're at 50. Okay, I have to get to the. I'm gonna get to this one. Man, I actually have a few I'm gonna get to in the end. I have so many things I find stupid. But I teased this one on our previous episode, so I have to get to it. And that is, even though I know there's a person in this room, I think that is any dude that pays for OnlyFans ever. Stupid.
Oh!
Was that bad to say? I don't know. But but anyway,
You're the host.
But anyway, I'll just power through that. But like,
I'm gonna say, yeah, I agree with that. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, here's
Just get porn.
Here's
for free.
we've got into this discussion before. Not a big OnlyFans fan in general, anyway. Have I ever paid for somebody's OnlyFans? Sure.
I was wondering if
But, like-
if I shouldn't have said anything.
No,
Probably.
no. I don't care.
So
I was
you're
just
not
trying to-
exclusively jerking off to OnlyFans.
No, God, no.
All right.
There's been like once or twice where I've been like, yeah, there's this girl I know online who's pretty fucking hot, and she's got an OnlyFans, and she's charging $5.
No, you know how many
I'll see
titties-
what's up
I've
for
definitely
a month.
thought about it. Never gone to the page.
You know how many titties there are online? You know how many titties there are online?
You
for free.
realize that titties are attached to people, right? And
Yeah.
then, like,
I
and
know,
then,
but
then just titties broadly is not the same as like a specific person.
Nah, jerking off to them is who
It's-
cares? It's just titties.
You know what I will say is that I
You
do
watching
think-
for the content?
I'm sorry.
You
Any
watching
of
'cause
these?
you
I'm sorry.
enjoy
The
No,
idea-
you're like they're hot and I want to see them naked and they're charging me $5.
So you're jerking off to it.
Yeah.
So titties can be titties.
Yeah.
That's what I
You
would
know what
say.
I will say, and I do absolutely. I feel bad for people who do OnlyFans for this and all that or whatever. It's like, you know what? Quietly pay your fucking $5. Do it like, and then like deals made, whatever. I can't stand like the people who like get like it's like the thinking the stripper likes you. Where they'll
Yeah.
start,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you'll see these people
Messaging
who
them.
have OnlyFans, and then like all of a sudden they have all these comments underneath them with guys that kind of sound like they
Look-
feel like they're in a relationship.
Yeah, like legit, they know them and shit.
Calling them baby, hun,
Yes.
things
And
like
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
that's more where I probably go with. Like, it's like I almost wrote on this thing, guys that, you know, I felt like I was making fun of a lot of guys, like pickup truck guys. And like, because all these things I'm making fun of, there's some macho dudeness in there. But like the same dudes that go to the fucking, you know, the Twin Peaks and think that the waitress likes them.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I give them a $20 tip because, you know, the scenery, am I right? You know what I mean? So, like, I think my thing is just like, dude, girls, on girls' end, by the way, if I was a girl, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
I
hustle.
would think every single girl should do it. And if you can even just get $10 a month from some dude wanting to see pictures of you, good for you.
Yeah.
That dude's a moron, but good for you. And there's a lot of dumb guys out there, and you should take advantage of them. And I have no problem with that. So I'm all for the women.
Yeah.
Every girl should have an OnlyFans.
I
Fine
agree.
with me.
Yeah, you definitely had a very, very strong, which I get to an extent because I know your cheapness and all that. A very strong opinion about spending absolutely any money on porn whatsoever.
Well, it's
Like,
it's not
that
even
is a
porn.
thing.
It's not even porn. Like back in the day when you didn't have internet porn, I could understand at that point, like buying a Playboy or buying. I got that with porn available, and, in the way
For
that
free.
it is for
Yeah.
free in so many formats, so many formats. What
Okay.
And if it's not for the connection, by the way, because then what it is, I just found out my neighbor in 2C is on OnlyFans. Hell yes.
Okay, can I say I hate that I am the person having to defend this right now. But I will say, okay, first of all, like
to be fair, you chose to be the person that has to defend this.
Okay,
Good choice.
because I will say, never in my life paid for a porn site. Literally spent less than $20 ever on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I get it.
So I agree with you mostly.
No,
The thing
no.
I will say, what I disagree with when you say that, that's like saying, oh, there's free movies out there. Why would you ever pay for movies?
No, the reason is to me is because I don't even agree. I don't agree with that because, but the reason
Why?
because the reason is different because you're talking porno, dude, just for jerking off purposes, and it's creepy, and it's like what you could jerk off. You don't need. You can't. I can't just sit here in my
creepy aspect is the issue.
I can't sit here in my bed and close my eyes and watch Back to the Future 4 that never got made. I can't do it. I can watch actors on a screen and be like, damn, that's cool. The porn.
It's an
I
experience.
can look at a girl on the fucking street, be at Subway and see a hot girl and go, remember that for later and just jerk off. Like, I don't need to
Remember that for
Remember
later.
that for
Like,
later.
clock that. Put that in my special jerk box.
Oh man, and
Paying for
Ladies
porn.
out there, we're sorry.
Paying for porn, less creepy than that.
No, that's the old school way to jerk it, right? That's how
That doesn't make it better. You know some of the old school sexual dynamics in general, right? Being old school is a better odds it's creepy.
yeah, that's that. I get
Looking
it,
at a
but-
girl and being like, "I'll think about that later."
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in my spank bank.
Yeah.
This girl I saw at Subway.
What's wrong with that compared to going to an OnlyFans site with a
No,
girl showing
no.
you
You
her
are allowed
asshole?
to jerk off to memories of your old sexual experiences. That is, you cannot
definitely
jerk off.
jerked
You
off
cannot
anything
jerk
I
off.
want.
You
Yeah,
cannot jerk off
I've
to
definitely
strangers.
jerked off to like many things I've made up in my head that had no real reality at all. When I was a teenager, for sure.
Oh, especially
Every
when you're
single
younger,
girl
back
I ever saw.
Yeah,
in
teenagers
my head.
different story.
Their
Teenagers
Especially
faces
back
pop
then.
up when I've had sex.
Right.
I'm all over the place. I'm jerking off to everything.
And I'm gonna end on that because wrestling is on, and it's a funny place. Wrestling's on, and I haven't watched it in 2 weeks due to our schedule. So we didn't get through my whole list. So maybe I'll bring it back. Bring back more. Although I think I could probably not good for my health because I got quite worked up. At one point, I think I was legit seeing red. So that's my episode for this
Your
week.
face looks red.
Yeah.
I know.
it does.
I know. I need a break. That's why nothing will calm the nerves like a little grown man wrestling in tights.
Throwing each other around and beating the shit out of
All
each
right. I remember. I think Scott's next or
No,
Tyler?
Tyler.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just it'll be something.
They'll be interviewing us on something.
We will be interviewing Scott and Eric about something. I'm thinking along the lines of some of their most extreme experiences in their life that they consider extreme.
Nice.
So we
All
will
right.
have a conversation on that
All right.
next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And check out our On the Road episode, like our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, our TikTok, all our stuff.
Yes. Oh, and I never got to the Venmo, but none of the Venmo money. If you Venmo us any money, I promise none of it will go to OnlyFans. Or unless you're a
Unless
girl
we
who
start up in OnlyFans.
unless we start up on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Or if you're a girl who does OnlyFans, maybe it will go to you if that will help you donate. Eric Fady, EricFadie. Bye.
Bye.